Peter Obi approached me to work for him and I refused. Ambassador Omuche also.
Peter Obi saved the money.
Okay.
But he saved the money in a bank to which he was a chairman at the time.
True.
When I left office, and I wanted to take it and go and verify, I was not owing any salary that the state is supposed to pay. I was not owing.
I just watched the interview of Bwala and Daddy Freeze. He's talking about how Peter Obi wanted him to work with him 2023. These goats, we always find a way to use the name Peter Obi to clean their image.
Guys, don't be small wahala. So obedience has come out and Peter Obi himself is not excluded in this particular one. Attacking Daniel Bwala. Of course, Daniel Bwala came out and made some, statement about Peter Obi. Daniel Bwala, according to him, said that Peter Obi begged him to be part of his team in 2023. And Daniel Bwala went as far as attacking Peter Obi while he was a governor of Anambra State. According to Daniel Bwala, Peter Obi actually took a lot of money from Anambra State and saved it in some banks and was enjoying the interest. And according to him, Peter Obi is not a saint. Peter Obi stole a lot of money from Anambra State. But we are aware that till today, Peter Obi is the only politician in Nigeria that has never been invited by the EFCC, let alone been arrested and later said, later declared innocent. No, they have never invited Peter Obi for any issue relating to crimes, relating to corruption, relating to, embezzlement of funds and what have you. Peter Obi remains the only governor in Nigeria who has never been arrested for mismanagement of funds or for any reason relating to, economic, financial crimes. Yes, and these guys always coming out to attack Peter Obi is what I don't know. Peter Obi on this one came out, made it clear that he doesn't reply to issues like this, but he had to clarify some issues. And he made it clear to Nigerians that, these are not the things that what this guy is spreading his false narrative about me. And, that is not true. Peter Obi has said a lot of things, even knocking Daniel Bwala and telling Daniel Bwala to go and verify. In fact, Peter Obi offered to pay the transport and bills of anyone in Nigeria who is ready to go and verify and fact-checked him in everything he did in Anambra State, whether he stole from them or not. Peter Obi has also made it clear that under his leadership, he was not owing anybody, including pension and gratuity. This is the kind of legacy a true leader leaves behind. Peter Obi took Anambra school educational system, which was ranked 28 in the entire country, to number 1 in the entire country. Till date, what Peter Obi left in the educational sector is still speaking to today. Anambra State boasts of being the number 1 academically in Nigeria till date. If they are still the one under Soludo, I don't know, but till Peter Obi left office, Anambra State was declared the best performing in wike and in NECO and in JAM. Even to the last JAM that they took and wike, they were still performing excellently well. This is because of Peter Obi's legacy. This is because Anambra State had a leader who saw it fit to do the things that are necessary academically. Peter Obi has always been traveling from one school to another, from one nursing school to another, from one university to another, donating from one hospital to another, donating massively for the support of the people. In fact, Peter Obi donated over 500 million naira to health sectors, while Bwala Tinubu spent only 36 million. A sitting president spent 36 million, and a office holder in the government spent over 500 million. Go and verify. In the health sector, this is what it is. Peter Obi is somebody, who he said he is for a reason. Now take a look at the video, watch the end, because Mama P also reacted to the issue, calling out Daniel Bwala. Of course, what you could be like. Watch the video to the end. Don't forget to share your opinion in the comment section, smash the like button, and also do well to share this video.
In 2023, Peter Obi asked Obasanjo. Obasanjo called me. I was in London. President Obasanjo was in Hilton together with Dati. Peter Obi and 2 other stakeholders. Papa Obasanjo called me. I picked the call. I didn't know who it was. So while he was talking, I said, "Who is that?" He said, "My name is President Obasanjo." I said, "Oh, Daddy, sorry." He said, "I'm calling you to come and join me in building a team." At that time, Baba Obasanjo was denying that he was behind Peter Obi's agenda. Peter Obi approached me to work for him and I refused. Ambassador Omuche also was the person who was sent to begin the prep. And the day they called me, it was that man's phone that they used. In fact, at that time, they thought I was going to go to Peter Obi because when you live on the ground of Muslim ticket, PDP at that time, the candidate was a Muslim. So they thought naturally, this guy is a bigot, he will go to a Christian candidate. And when I didn't go, then obedient people started abusing me.
Peter Obi saved the money,
Okay.
but he saved the money in a bank to which he was a chairman at the time.
Hey, maybe this bank that he trusts, innit?
No, that's where he was making the money. And he would always refer it to Anambra. He said, I was in Anambra, I left safe. There's a system called asset and liability. When the man he handed the power came, and now explain how much liability they had. If you minus the liability from what you believe to be the same, there's nothing on black. This is called pure 419.
Ordinarily, I don't answer this.
Yeah, true.
When I left office, and I want you to take it and go and verify, I was not owing any salary that the state is supposed to pay. I was not owing any gratuity. I was not owing any pension. I was not owing any supplier that have delivered his goods. I was not owing any contractor that have executed it. If you see one, I've stopped campaigning to be anything. And I'll pay your bill to go to Anambra, all of you, and verify this. The man has never been to Anambra State. After I said, I don't answer this type of characters. I just leave him because that's what they used to leave you. So I left liability. When I became governor, there was no government house. So there was no office of governor was born. There was no lunch. Anambra had not had a secretariat. I took education from Anambra being number 20 something to number 1. I built the fastest teaching hospital ever built in Nigeria. Not even to say it's true. I left the money. I didn't steal it. Some other people left liability and sold it.
I just watched the interview of Bwala and Daddy Freeze. You know, he's talking about how Peter Obi wanted him to work with him 2023. You know, these goats, we always find a way to use the name Peter Obi to clean their image. Look at this fool that went to make a mess of himself on a global stage. Like the world was watching you, asking you questions about your government, about your past statements, and you fooled yourself, your descendants, your food generation. You spread your smelling brocos for them to laugh. Of course, they're not going to laugh at just you now. They go laugh, oh, he's from the country Nigeria. They will laugh at the food nation because of you fool. And you think the only way now you can come and redeem yourself, instead of tendering an apology, instead of trying to explain to us what actually happened, how were you denying they had the facts, instead of coming to explain that, oh, you know, I work here now, or instead of giving us space or time to heal, they're coming to want to use the Peter Google cure love now. You want to use the Peter Obi name now. Oh, Obi wanted me to work with him. Oh, you were that good? That's what you want to show us now, that you were that good, and you ended up working for if a man no go cost tinubu, you ended up working for You see, I've been in Banjul, the Gambia, you know. Look around. This is their conference center, the one where wike say use how many billion do. You don't even compare them with this place. I'm gonna go inside and show you people what it actually looks like. You see, these people are doing anyhow, deflecting from important conversations, saying all manner of gab because they know Nigerians will just adjust and move on. You ended up working for everything you spoke against. You are not a man. Go use your prick, do firewood. Use less to mouth. You want to use Peter Obi name now to clean your name. They pay me say I did this country and not fish out. Maybe as you come back now, you start to talk about the insecurity or say, oh, he has realized. The questions opened something in his head to function. But no, goats. Focus on Peter Obi. Leave the people being kidnapped. Since I entered this country, Gambia, I've not seen the police with gun. If I lie my death.
7 years, no gunshots.
7 years, no gunshots. Nigeria is a sham. And they are doing these things because they know the people will not ask questions. We'll keep adjusting. If they call Peter Obi, say, oh, Peter Obi is supposed to fight. No, if you don't fight for yourself, these people will kill you. Anyway, that's not the reason for this video. Then Bwala, someone tell him in the comment section, Procos, they smell. Either you enter us, give us time to heal, or you talk about issues that border assassination. So say, oh, because Peter Obi wanted you to work with him, he's probably a good person. Maybe goats. And goats you be. If Obasanjo actually was the one behind the whole Obi and Obasanjo, kudos to you. God will bless you, Mr. Former President. God will bless you and bless you even in this your old age. And needs and rage greets you. Goats.
Alright guys, welcome back again. Big shout out to all of you who has actually stayed tuned and watched this video to the end. No, one thing is for sure, when people come out with false allegations like this, we need to clear it, because 2027 election is fast approaching and APC and their agents are doing everything possible to spoil the Nigerian mind towards the right candidate, towards people who mean well for Nigerians. They are doing everything they are doing, granting interviews upon interviews as if Peter Obi is the only candidate, only presidential aspirant for the upcoming election. We have Atiku Abubakar, we have David Mark, who is a national chairman of the ADC. We have Amechi, we have other politicians out there, with even bad records. Yet it is only Peter Obi that they feel is the one who is most relevant to them. Of course, Peter Obi is the most relevant. He's the only competition in the upcoming election. They are aware of it. And this is why they're trying all their possible best to ensure that Peter Obi is not on the ballot. Like Peter Obi rightfully said in one of the interviews, that APC is trying everything possible to remove him from the ballot, but he is not going to allow that to happen there. Come 2027, he is going to be on the ballot, and that is final. Big shout out to Peter Obi for actually making it clear that come 2027 is going to be representing Nigeria against all odds. And you can see what is going on from the media spreading false narrative, APC, Daniel Bwala, Reno Mockery, the likes of D Mumu, yes, that one they call D1, Amala, Sheilo, and the rest of them are coming at Peter Obi, claiming that Peter Obi is this, Peter Obi is that, Peter Obi does not have the credibility, Peter Obi does not have all it takes to lead Nigeria, and all of that. But we saw what Peter Obi did in Anambra State in terms of security. In fact, a notorious kidnapper then by name Evans, came out to make a public statement that Peter Obi was the one that made him to pack out of Anambra State because of how tight security was. In fact, Peter Obi is the only governor in the southeast that could actually come out, walk freely on the street and engage his people without being attacked, because of how conscious, how well he performed and how security was tight in the state. Until date, no Nigerian government, no governor has actually achieved that. Yes, in Anambra State, or even in any other part of the states out there in Nigeria. Peter Obi has left a huge legacy. He has, taken Anambra State to the level that, they wouldn't have been if not that they had a person like him. And for that reason, Nigerians, you need to rally around Peter Obi, because the upcoming election is going to be a matter of Nigerians versus APC. Yes, and Peter Obi represents the Nigerians, the hope that we are all looking for. And if we miss this opportunity, it is gone forever, because Peter Obi is not going to be contesting after 2027 general election ever again. That is his words, and you know how it is. He always say whatever, he always says it and he does it the way it is. So Nigerians, it is left for you guys. This is the much you can take on this one. Now don't forget to smash the like button, share this video, subscribe, and also see you on my next videos.